Hi everyone, I'm here with Tony Hall today and he's going to share a little bit about how God's provided for him and his family throughout his life. Thanks, Tony.
When I was 14, I became a follower of Jesus and involved in an open-air Sunday school at church, and then I went to beach mission at Palm Beach for a couple of years. And when I was married, I wanted to have an outreach with my wife. And in 1967, at the beginning of the year, we decided I would take the family on a beach mission. Looking forward to that, but come November I was without a job, didn't have any money, virtually. And a man from church rang me to say, I want to talk to you. He offered me $300 to buy and sell merchandise. I had actually sold toys and I was employed by Transworld Agents in importing. So I bought $270 worth of toys, $30 we'd allocated to mission, as was our practice. Set up a toy shop at Northbridge, where Woolworths are today, in a disused coffee shop. Wasn't going too well, but gradually towards Christmas, we started to sell a few. I had to leave and get some paper, and Margie, when I came back, was wrapping up toys that a guy had come in. He looked as though he couldn't spend anything, and he came in. He said, "Oh, he's selling toys, love." Margie told me later, and he said, "I'll have that." Bundle them up, and out from the front of his apron, a wad of notes, paid for them. So we had money, and we committed the fact that we had a tyre on the car that wasn't really roadworthy, but was safe enough to drive up to Canton Beach. And we prayed that the Lord would meet our needs and supply. So off we went, we arrived. I paid my dues for the family, because they provide all the food, etc. And on the Tuesday, we got involved talking to a guy I'd never met before, who had come down from a conference up the coast, and he wanted to visit beach missions to know what was happening. He told me his story. He was a Roman Catholic who had become a follower of Jesus. And as he was leaving, he said, "Who owns the car?" And I said, "I do." He disappeared and came back carrying a tyre. And he said, "God told me to put a second spare tyre in the boot of my car, and I believe it's for you." So that afternoon I went down and got the tyre fitted. We didn't have a full tank of petrol to get home, so I spent some money on the petrol. The next day after we got home, we met with the men, and they...
Who'd given you the money?
That's right. Yep. And we had 5 cents left over. The next day, on the front doorstep, was a large parcel of groceries, and in it there was a tin of asparagus. And Margie loves asparagus, and to me that was a special gift for her. And a couple of days later, we were given $20 in the letterbox. Now, in 1967, $20 bought a lot. And 2 weeks later, I got another job. So I look back and I think, wow, how God's faithfulness. It was like Peter getting out of the boat, walking on the water, looking to Jesus, and he provided our needs.
And this is the way you've lived your life?
Well, I gathered 12 missionary boxes before we were married. Every time we'd hear a special speaker at fellowship tea, I'll take the missionary box. There was a time when my brother needed to pay his fees at Moore College, and I thought, I've got enough money to pay that, which he didn't know where it came from. So I got the secretary to type out an envelope, and in it I said, type this, go your way and tell no man. And in those days, the postman came on a Saturday morning. And I was standing at the front door when the postman came, and here was John's letter. So I gave it to him. 10 minutes later, he came running to me. He said, "Look at this." And I looked at it and I said, "John, whoever sent this said, don't tell anybody." "Oh yeah, but you're my brother." And it was a real blessing. He didn't find out for years later where it came from. But that was just such a thrill to be able to help your brother, particularly.
I can hear from your voice the giving's as good as the receiving. You enjoy both.
That's right.